40 years of summer fun. Master Vito, Hyundai. Contact the sales force. CRM Rental Management. The Clinton Tractor and Implement Company. Contact the Caledona family. Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Fay Farms. Where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family Landscaping. Make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. The Black River Ale House. Where the Romans go. Dura Products. Who's got the pipe? Jimmy Fay's got the pipe. Contact Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house? Contact Jimmy Fay. He's got your stuff. The B-Dry System. Your basement's wet? Get a hold of B-Dry. Believe in 271. Nobody fights alone. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF. Your local representative. George Kaler, Sales and Service. Liberty Affordable Housing. Rome Sign and Display Company. Nice Scoba. The men and women in blue, thank you for what you do. Robert Dix Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix. Tri-City Lacrosse. 40 years of summer fun. Master Vito, Hyundai. Contact the sales force. CRM Rental Management. The Clinton Tractor and Implement Company. Contact the Caledona family. Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica.
Hello, Yeti Nation.
What's up, Greg Beecher? What's up, Yeti Nation? Yes. It's here.
Woo.
It's time. Woo!
That's all I could say.
I-90, baby.
Battle of
Everybody
the
passes
I-90.
by Utica. Everybody's going to pass by Utica. I'm excited.
Yeah. What more can you ask for is really all I can say. I don't know. I'm super excited. It's going to be a great final. Obviously, we know how a lot of the guys in the chats want it to be. We got Josh in there and OJ the Dude. OJ the Dude is the first official member to the Blue Squatch Productions YouTube channel. So we started a membership thing to try to fundraise some stuff. And right now, OJ the Dude is our very first official member. Thank you, OJ the Dude. We really appreciate that. He is a baby squatch, as they're called. We'll check that out later in the show. Get a look at it.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so we're trying some stuff out, trying to make it a full-time gig. Hopefully we can get to some more games, try to take the pressure off some of the teams for the fundraising. So really that's what we're trying to do is, if everybody chips in, basically, buy us a drink. Anywhere you go now, $3 is going to be a drink easily. So buy us a drink a month and we can continue to do what we do.
That's what the cool thing is. Keep
Yeah.
going, Greg Beecher and Blue Squatch Productions. It's only getting better, baby.
Little bit better all the time. That's all we can say, right?
You want to know what? A little Squatch, baby Squatch, Papa Squatch. It's great stuff, man.
I love it.
It's great stuff. What more can you ask for? You're doing something you love to do. You want to know what? Now's the time, and the late is on.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're super excited. Really can't ask for, anything more, but here we go.
Great job down in out in the Buffalo at the Can-Ams this past weekend. I was able to watch the game against the Golden Eagles and the Newtown there, and
the Snowman.
The Snowman. That was a great interview. I was excited.
That was cool. Huge shout out to Trevor Butts. He got down there so we could do the on the floor interviews. So thank you to him. He's a blast.
Great job. He did a good job. Very good job. Way to take it to the next level, man. Awesome job.
Yeah, no, he did great. He's you can tell he went to school for it. Trevor Butts, that he definitely knows what he's doing. He's got that professionalism to it, I guess you could say.
You know what? It's only going to continue to get better. Love it.
Yeah, so Great Dane off and running right off the start and gets him going. And really, I think what we saw in this game, Toronto's offense, they have so much talent, but why could they not put it together?
Is it a defense? And then again, you watch the game, and at the end of the game, you look and you say, "Yeah, Vince is back."
That's honestly what I think it is. What a goal this was, though.
That
Oh
was a
my
sick goal.
goodness.
That was a sick goal.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that one again.
There's a couple that just, they're amazing. Nanitoke had a beautiful to the middle. Frazier just breaks ankles. I love watching that guy.
He's fast, but like right there, that the speed on that goal from Nanico, just Josh Byrne coming down, and what a pick that was. Who sets that pick inside?
Is that Frazier? No, Robinson,
Yeah,
73.
yeah, that's 73. That's Robinson. A beautiful pick by Robinson.
Yeah. I'm getting to know these names, man. It's going to be a great time in the party zone. Fired up.
Yeah, and there's Robinson saving it over and back, and just wow.
Bang.
Buchanan down low just reaches around. Oh my goodness, these guys. And I tell you, Toronto, it looked like it was going to be a big defensive matchup. Toronto scores here, and now you're looking at it, you're going, oh man, Toronto might actually have a chance here. And at this point, Toronto's got 20 shots.
All right. There it is.
I've been waiting for you to.
You didn't even have to tell me you were doing it. There it is. Boom, right there. Don't tell me that is. One more time. Let's see it. All right. He let go of his stick just like the Stats did.
He finishes down low. I feel. I don't know. I think it's different just because of the way he holds his ground and he doesn't try to push through him. Stotts tried to push through. Dane does the responsible thing and just kind of pulls off it a little bit.
To each his own. Again, that's the great thing about what they did do is, they officiated and they called the game that they called, and it was a great game. Yes, awesome job by the officials.
Yeah,
no question.
Dane Smith. It's hard to.
He got it. Look what happens when you shoot on goal.
Yeah. Well, they had Dane Smith. See, there's a better look at it. I don't know. I think this is probably the best view to kind of prove my point. Look at that, shoulder to shoulder. His hand stays. Look, his forearm. Look where his forearm is, on his shoulder. He never gets up anywhere close to his head. It doesn't look anything like that other hit where Stotts is giving him the forearm shiver to follow through up across the face. Dane Smith did not do that, is how I.
It was a very legal hit. I'll give you that. That was a great breakdown, Greg Beecher. Bang.
And right here, though, so I mean, but when you look, so for Toronto to get where they got right now, they literally have double the shots Buffalo has.
Yeah.
Matt Vince, playoff time is just a different animal.
You say Matty Ice? As far as holy goodness, later on when they're trying to get that tied up towards the end, the saves that he was making back to back, I was like, oh, he is back.
Yeah. And this is the problem. So when everybody, it's like Coach Tony always says, pressure is everything. It'll turn you into diamonds. It'll turn you into dust. So with Buffalo playing this kind of pressure up here, when you get beat big.
Sometimes you live by the sword, die by the sword concept.
What a flight that was, though. A beautiful goal, Corey Small. And Bandit Land, I am not looking forward if I would not want to be the Firewolves getting ready to go into Bandit Land. Bandit Land is a different type of environment, but we do pretty good up there, I will say. But when you've got him making saves like that.
A kick save.
No, that actually goes off the glove.
Off his arm. Yep. Off his arm.
So, like, if you look, Schreiber right here tries to tuck that right under where his armpit is. His glove comes up and hits it just below the post right here. I don't know if you can see the ball too good. You can probably see the mouse though, right? So yeah, right there is where he actually picks it up. Schreiber put that perfectly under his armpit, and he got that arm up. It hit right on the top of his glove, and then Friolo just comes flying down. But that's one thing, the transition for Buffalo, they get down so many of their defenders they can leave on offense.
Get it on goal. That's what happens. Get it on goal, Dane. You can score when you get it on goal.
I like that. And this was a
Nice
big
save.
save.
Huge save.
But if you actually, so you watch this here, he actually has it. It's in between his legs. You're going to see it
Yep.
go right there. Bounces
Bounced
between
right
his
down.
legs. And then he gets his stick on it, doesn't realize where it is. So that is such a hard part of a goalie, deciding when you're going to sit,
Step
when you
away.
need to move, which way you need to
Yep.
turn. I don't think anybody does it better than Dougie Jamieson. The way he
Yep.
spins after he makes a save, the way he turns around, I think, I don't know. I think Jamieson's, it's special. The way he does
He's
it is what sets him apart. I think, honestly, I'd love to say that this is a passing of the guard. Matt Vince has hopefully seen better days. But wow, look at this goal.
it was a nice one.
Yeah.
We're
So, I mean, going into the third right now, so we're just at the start of the fourth. They've got 40 shots already. So they're averaging 20 shots a period. And with 20 shots, they're getting 8 goals.
yeah. As
So
far
they're
as the defense,
1 for 5, 20%. Stamper says it all the time. 20%. If your offense can shoot 20%, you'll be good. The problem is, I don't think they keep the shots going like that. But how do you guard against this? Because most of the time
that's
you
a,
expect him to drive in on you, and instead here he just throws a little like he's going to throw a fake, and that is so
and
fast.
just rips it. You're waiting for the move and shot.
I
Boom.
slowed that down as fast as I could, and it still doesn't pick the stick up.
Yeah. And if you watch the next one where he does his shake and bake, it's kind of the same setup. So now the he's
Can,
thinking
can you see
he's got
any
to
net from there though?
for the goalie.
Yeah,
Just hip side, if anything. From there,
but
hip side.
bounce shot. Wow.
Well, and he stepped the goalie out. That's why the goalie it opened up was because the goalie's thinking he's going far pipe. Goalie steps out, opens up, and he slides it right off his hip.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. This one was just
It's
pretty.
Nanotoke. That was the one to the middle.
Oh,
Stick
goodness.
as eyes.
He
Stick
well,
as eyes.
and he is such a beast of a player, just like such a big-bodied kid. He comes in and you're bracing for impact, and you can see that's what the defender does. He gets
Uh-huh.
ready to square up, and when he does, he just does this pretty little step on a dime. He actually steps on his ankle.
Yeah, steps right over. That's a talk about how you teach the roll dodge right there.
Whew. Yeah, and what balance for the big man. Just realizes he on the guy's ankle, foot, steps over, gets his balance, and Bandit Land is rocking.
It's rocking. It's coming back. They was down,
Ho ho.
Mr. Bernie.
Yeah, Josh Byrne that time. But right here again, like I said, Byrne, the athleticism of Byrne, and wow, so fast.
Is that McKay in the middle?
No, it's Frazier in the middle.
Or is it
Frazier's gonna,
Frazier? Yeah, he's got his hand on his back.
yeah. So
Just
right
a quick
here,
snap. Oh,
he's on the wrong side of him. Mitch just snooze on the wrong side of him. He's expect. I don't know what he was doing there either.
well, he's looking at. What do you take Frazier or do you slide over to help out with Dane Smith? Which one are you choosing?
I don't know because
Uh,
you got Brad Cree down there on the front, and there's really not another guy. So yeah, somebody else should be able to. Whew, yeah, that is tough. That is
that
tough,
is
and he
his
was
guy.
definitely cheat. And everything usually runs through Dane, so you can't really fault him for cheating there and waiting to grab Dane. But
It's it. It's it. That's the one I'm talking about. Now the guy's thinking maybe he's going to shoot right here.
oh my goodness, and I love it. And
That,
he is just jacked.
that was a very good goal. Took
That
the lead on that one. That's a game winner right there.
that but just that little step right there. Oh my goodness, just makes him whoop, loses his mind. Bandit Land's
That,
going nuts.
that right there is going to be my MVP for the Buffalo Bandits in the championship series.
Yeah.
Not saying the overall, but for the Bandits. I also have one for the Firewolves, and we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think twice the Bandits players kind of go into the goalie. Here's once, and then the other one Nanocoke does, but they give him the goal on that one. They don't call it. I don't know. I think the refs want Buffalo to win. You look at the Buffalo Bandits Stadium, and everybody's like, "We need Buffalo to win here." Ho ho! Vince gets the glove on it.
Mr. Rose, that was sweet smelling.
So I mean, you you saw the first game, then we go into this one. Toronto zoomed out a little more, so I had to zoom in a little bit here to kind of cut it. And this game, though, so this was actually the first game. We watched those in reverse order. It was a little more on point then, but yeah, no, I think Buffalo came out in Toronto, and they just the pressure, and I expect them to try to do the same thing in Game 1 in Albany. The difference is, I think Toronto is not the young, athletic team that Albany is defensively, and I think Albany's defense is a much different animal than they got with Toronto.
Oh, I exactly that. I think Dougie Jamieson definitely helps them with that. He's able to, and with their outlets. You know, their transition game right now is definitely picked up. Their power play is now clicking. You know, early on in the season, it wasn't clicking so much, and now, you know, it's got to be running almost 50%.
Oh yeah,
Darn close, if not higher.
yeah,
So,
it's definitely
props
been
to
better.
them. Yeah, yeah. Props to the offense, Coach Clark getting his man up, rocking and rolling, and we're gonna see what happens.
But here's one. So Schreiber, I'm gonna dive into this a little bit deeper with Stamper, but we'll talk about this real quick. So they call no goal in the crease. And whether or not that doesn't even matter at this point because Buffalo comes right down and scores. What a momentum swing that is. So instead of being 3-2, it's now 4-1.
Yeah, and faceoffs was the Farrell. What a play.
Yeah.
It
Farrell
was
was
50,
Farrell's
50,
huge.
50 on the draws. I think that's what it came down to was it was near 50-50. So that's a huge asset. That's
that's huge, but I mean right here. Once you start getting the offense that frustrated too, though, it's like, man, because now they're overthinking their shots. And I mean, really, so you're looking at this and you're going, wow. Look at the score in the first half.
Yeah. Where is the offense? Right there's the reason the offense isn't there.
So they shut them out in the first half. Here's the biggest the problem I think for Albany is sometimes their offense gets cold. I would not be a bit surprised if their offense got cold. And I mean, Albany, they score a lot of transition goals. They get a lot of that kind of things going. But really, their offense, we've seen it with spurts where they have had a tough time. That's that rush game. Whew, that was tough.
Yeah, as far as Buffalo has had it though, also, it's just recently that all of a sudden Dane Smith is starting to score goals. That's huge. Josh Byrne, he's scoring his goal. Frazier, Nanatoke, Cloutier.
Oh, what a goal. That's Justin Martin. So this kid, I love this guy's story. So he undrafted, nobody wanted him, nobody picked him up. Toronto gives him a call. He played in the I guess we'll take a look at the fans one more time, but he played in the Six Nations Cup with so this is really interesting here. So he is cousins with Travis Longboat and Marshall Powless of the Albany Firewolves. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. That would have been really cool if the Toronto Rock made it and all three of them got to play. But yeah, he's one of the.
They had the picture. You guys, when they was down in Albany, they had the picture.
Yeah.
They got together before the game. Yes, I remember. Yeah.
No, he's a great player. I love Justin Martin. He's been he's one of those guys you're like the Energizer Bunny. He's fast, but he never runs out of speed. He can use burst of speed whenever. It never seems to run out. I'm hoping that Albany's faithful. Josh, I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are going to be on attendance. We're going to make some picks here after we're done watching these highlights and kind of see what we think about the audience numbers for Bandits versus Firewolves fans. But I tell you, watching this game, so like you see what a big part Justin Martin is with the transition and getting up there. I think that's going to be key for Albany. Is Colton Watkinson, is Tchaikovsky, are they going to get up the floor? Are they going to be able to start that transition like they need?
Well, it's also up to Walker to do what Walker does, the Gremlin to do what the Gremlin does.
No, I think honestly, you said it right there. So Gremlin doing what the Gremlin does. This is a very passionate team. Watch right
Yeah.
here. See, so they're standing over the top of them. And this is one thing. So this is the Bandits on the power play. So they got an empty net, but this is the way they react and talk smack and get out of my crease and look at them. In a close game, that's a whole nother animal, and I think Albany takes advantage of it. I think, honestly, if Albany is going to beat the Bandits, I think that is a huge part of how Albany beats Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
They
don't.
got the,
I,
those youthful legs. Longboat taking the beatings that Longboat takes. Same with Paulus. Those guys. Walker. Holy, 28 there.
that's Grennan.
58. Yeah, Grennan.
And the Walker, though, you've got Kurtz too. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's so
Kurt.
many guys. They
But
if
they
ever,
just keep going.
yeah,
Their ticker is, their motion is always there. So all of a sudden, these behind the back passes are, Buffalo's old. Buffalo is old. Is it going to make a difference when it comes down to the run and gun?
yeah. I mean, they've got some guys. You've got Kluche, and he's not really one of the young guys. You do have a few younger guys with Buffalo, but when you look at the transition, so like I looked at some of the stats and I was like, ooh, some of these guys ain't healthy. It's interesting. So I think when you look through the players, I don't know. I honestly think it comes down to the emotion though, and who can stay healthy through this. It's going to be a absolute battle. Between these two teams, they are just going to be beating the snot out of each other. And let's not forget that we're playing Friday night in Albany and Saturday night in Buffalo. Yes, it's the same state, but you're still talking a 5.5 hour, probably on a bus, 6 hour trip.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. There's no question they're on a bus.
Yeah,
They're gonna get a good night's sleep, get a good breakfast, probably a walk through before they get on the bus. I'm assuming, and get up to Buffalo and do their normal, stretch out and get ready to play.
yeah. No, it'll be
I think they get about an hour and a half shoot around, and I'm assuming that they'll probably have practice here in Albany just because everything's there and it's less stuff you have to travel with. The coaches have made their tweaks of what they got to tweak. Who's going to be playing? Who's sitting? It's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a blast. I can't wait. So I was looking at Josh's comments. Yes, we are going to be there. Paul actually is going to be sitting with you, Josh, I believe, or standing with
I'm
Josh.
going to be standing. Josh, save us We got Yeti coming, baby. We got as far as cross check, he might make the ride, but I don't think he's going to make the appearance. It's not going to happen unless somebody is wanting to get in to cross check and take him for a walk. No, Mrs. Noecker, we got a whole bunch of the wives and a lot of the players from the Yeti team
Well,
this year
Josh
are
is going to
coming
be
down.
able to meet a lot of Yeti guys. That's what I was just going to say.
Absolutely, yes. You can get your first take of the 2024 Yeti season.
Yeah,
Who's there? Who's there?
you're going to have quite a few. It'll be interesting, and I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be a blast. I'm actually going to be down in the party zone for a little bit. Me and Gaywas will be there. So
Bobby Leary's going to be there. Coach Johnny is going to be there. Coach Lehman and his wife, Bob Leary and his wife, myself and my wife. We're taking the lights out. This is our Mother's Day gift to them.
Oh, this is a Mother's Day gift. I'm sure they're all ecstatic. Yeah, everybody's going to be in the party zone. It's going to be an absolute blast. It's definitely going to be a party. So keep your eyes open. They do exist. Utica Yeti down in the party zone. So when we look at the game, I do like what Josh said about that he's expected about 5,000 in Albany. I wouldn't be surprised if we get 5,000 Bandits fans in Albany.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you get about 5,000. I'm on a lot of the Bandits sites, and there's quite a few people saying they're looking to travel.
Yeah, no, I think the Bandit fans will definitely travel. I'm wondering how orange it's going to be. I called to add a couple tickets to mine. I could not get the seats next to me. I could get some good seats, but I was not able to get the seats next to me. So it'll be interesting to see. I think a lot of it's going to be Buffalo. I think, like Josh says, with Albany, it's a tough draw. They're building. Albany, there's a lot of action that happens on in Albany. It is a tough sell. But
Well,
it'll
you know the box, the penalty box people are going to be there. There's going to be a lot of Bandits fans, you know, chirping away because you know they win one. They win one in Albany. They can crown themselves in Buffalo, but
60 shots on goal in that last game Toronto took, and they got 8 goals.
yeah,
60 on
late.
goals, so that means they probably took 80, 70, 80 shots
Yeah.
total. But to get 60 on goal, and yeah, Vince is on fire. I honestly think though it is going to be rocking. I think we need everybody to show the support for Dougie. I think if we get the Dougie chance going, then you will definitely, it'll be better off with the Dougie chance than hearing some Bandit stuff. So I think we can get it going. I think it'll be okay. I think it's definitely doable. What do you think Albany needs to do to win, Paul? So if you're the Albany coach, you're going to be Glenn Clark for a couple minutes. What do you need to do to win?
Gremlin, go do the Gremlin. Go be Spike. Go be Spike and cause shit. Stir up, get that defense, out of their gorg, and get the man up. Your man up right now is hot. You know how they're moving. Matty Vince is going to be a huge. You got to get him side to side. He looked good. We just watched 2 games, and he's Matty Vince again. My MVP for Albany, I think, is Dougie Jameson. As far as I think he's going to be potentially the MVP of the tournament is my prediction.
Yeah, if Albany needs to win, or not if Albany needs to win, for Albany to win, I think you were 100% right. I think
Yeah.
he needs to be the MVP of things. But it could very easily be Matt Vince. He has proven time and time and time again that he is just, he's next level.
Dougie comes from the same mold, though. Don't they come from the same school or the same academy or wherever they
I
both
believe
played as
so.
a kid?
And
Yeah,
Dougie beat him in the cup
in the
this
Man
year.
Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
up in Canada. So I definitely like our odds. It could it could be worse, it could be better, but I like our odds honestly. I think like you said, if the Gremlin goes and does what the Gremlin does, I think we'll be fine. I think the bigger problem will be just disrupting them, but you need to get in their space. They can't
yeah.
feel comfortable at all.
As far as Frazier, from what we've seen, Dane Smith missing the goal a lot is going to be a huge asset that I think comes back and haunts them. Not that and I'm a Bandits fan. I'm cheering. I hope the Bandits win. I think it's time for some
New blood.
new blood. I
Is
mean,
this really it comes
that's
down to is can they do it again this year or not though? And I think that'll be the and then how long do they go? I think Albany has what it takes to beat them this year. I think Albany is the team of the future as long as they can keep the parts and pieces together. But does Buffalo have one more in them?
I think they got all the way to take it to 3. It's going to be happening in Albany. And Albany, I hope turns out to support their crack the egg. Come on, people, let's go Albany. Wake up,
Yeah.
wake up.
No,
Honk the horn as you go by Utica. By the way,
just
if I hear you, I'll be down in Albany, so I won't hear you. But you never know. The following Saturday the game is.
it's
Game
yeah,
number
they just
3?
moved it. It's Friday, Saturday, and then Saturday. It was Friday, Saturday,
Saturday.
Friday, and now it's
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Saturday. I think we have a game, so I don't even know if I can make it now. Hopefully I can. Fingers
Well,
crossed. We'll see.
fingers crossed. But you want to know what? You can always watch a replay and watch the championship, and then you want to what? Go to the parade.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
So
would be that would be good. That would be good.
I would be good with that. So I got to tell you, we made our BSP stream debut for Can-Am of the year. You were in the chats. Man,
I
Al
watched.
Snow looking good. It's so funny to watch him play a completely different position in the for that team, and his role's a lot different. But to see how well he does it.
He does it. He's an older guy with a lot of experience. Knows when to drop the plow, when to pull up. Do a Yui, pull down, go. Let somebody else go through first. He's got the offense ability. We're showing the offensive side of it this year, so I'm very excited about that. He's very excited as well because he's a handful. How do you stop the beast when he's coming through? I mean, you've seen it at the tournament. He gets his hands on it. He can shoot one-handed. He can drop you like a fly and run you over and push you into a snowbank and lay the boom. It was a great game for him. I'm sure he was amped up. He was sat. He was a healthy scratch on Friday, so
Well, how about
I'm
that though? Did you watch in the game? Did you get a chance to look at the two benches? So
yeah, yeah,
Tuscarora had like 7, 10 guys. And
total.
Newtown had enough that they healthy scratch guys the night before, and I bet you they had to scratch guys that night. That
Oh
team
yeah,
travels well, man. That Newtown Golden Eagles team, it's impressive. They were a great team last year. They do great through the regular season. Tuscarora, though, that's problem with going to President's Cup. So he said it. James went to President's Cup, and now your team, you know, senior A guys are looking for you. He had a bunch of NLL coaches. They had 11 guys go to camps in the NLL. 11 guys go to camps.
that's
That
awesome.
that's the difference with getting your stuff out there and getting your streams. And they've got, Roger Chrysler coaches for him, Darius Kilgore, or not Darius Kilgore. It's yeah, they're doing great things out there.
Yeah, yeah. And again, great job,
And I heard
great job.
Billy D is coaching in Allegheny. Billy D.
Who
Smith.
is?
The coach, he used to be a defensive coach for Halifax. Great defensive player. Black guy walks around with a softball and the stick on the bench the whole time. Usually has a suit on. Defensive player Billy D. Smith. He holds a bunch of records in the NLL too. He, yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that we're gonna have confirmation. So the Can-Am show will be live on Blue Squatch Wednesday nights. We're going to open it up with Woody Seneca. Huge shout out to Woody Seneca. Thanks for all you do. Grandma's approved. If you're into it, get a hold of him. If you're not, you're more into the Brand Y. Well, check out Brand Y. Definitely. So, what are we looking for? Yeti are running. We've got some schedules being announced. Are we going to make any games official announced or?
We have our official announcement for the home 2024 season. We do have a TBA on the June 15th. As far as we're not going to be opening up, we're having our blue white game on the 2nd, June 2nd. That's a final run through before we get going. There's something potentially scheduled for the June 7th weekend. We'll see what that announcement comes out. But I do know on June 15th, we have a TBA with Collar City. Hoping that everything works out with that. Haven't heard.
Josh, maybe you can catch a ride with those guys up there. Maybe you can pick some of them up and help them get there. Carpool with
Oh,
them. It's all the Troy guys.
all the Troy guys. Collar City be coming up on the 15th. It'll probably either a 6 or 7:30 p.m. game at the Nexus Center. June 21st against Seneca Lake. And
Seneca Lake
there's
Serpents. I am super
Seneca
excited
Lake
for.
Serpents.
So
Yes.
Woody is on the roster. I don't even know if I told you that yet. He told me the
The
other
big
day.
guy.
Yeah,
The
big guy
big
Woody.
guy.
Yeah,
No
Grandma's
kidding.
approved. He's going to be hosting the Can-Am show. So one of my favorite things about what Paul Decker has done, and most people don't ever really think about it. So without Paul, I wouldn't be doing Blue Squatch. The Thousand Island Spirits wouldn't be a team. So much of this wouldn't happen. So, but because of Blue Squatch, Woody Seneca got a hold of me, started sponsoring it. We got to talk more about like his whole story is cool. We'll get it out here pretty soon with the Cayuga Nation and their whole story, where he is, and it's going to be super exciting. But now he's playing, so guys start getting themselves back in shape. Alton from Canaragas is playing. I really can't wait to see the Seneca Serpents team. They it's a mystery to me. I know a handful of the guys. I know a handful of the guys were older guys. And my favorite part about the NABLL is now there's a ton of guys who have played forever that are passing it down to other guys. This is gonna be an awesome that I don't know if anybody realizes how good the teams are in the upstate division. I mean, when you talk to the Yeti, You go up and down the list. There's not a bad team.
Down,
So when the
up and
Eels,
down the list.
the
It's a
Eels
great.
last year now became the Seneca Lake Serpents. So it's not like they're a brand new team. They've got a core group of guys. But wow, the pieces that I know they've added, and Crosby being the GM up there, who knows what tricks he's got up his sleeves. You know Crosby. He knows everybody.
I'm sure somebody's going to be traveling in and picking up a taxi from someplace either in Rochester or Syracuse out to Seneca. There's no question about that, and that's the awesome part about the league is last year we had guys traveling from Atlanta, from Florida, Philadelphia, New York City, and it was a great experience. Something to learn from, and truly enjoyed every part of it, other than the final outcome. But you
You
want to know what?
you could
That's
have
that,
done a
that
little better
that's
with a win at the
yeah.
championship, you're saying, but you made it to the game, which is no easy feat in this league, and it definitely didn't get any easier. It looked like we had another team. Unfortunately, the Buffalo team didn't make it. That would have been awesome. I would have if they had any of those guys from that tournament, that Northeast Invitational. I know he was running with some of those guys. Man, that team would have been tough to beat.
It was a very good team, and again from that right there, I was excited for the fact that we ran with them. And that was not to say a loaded Yeti team. As far as our final roster, there was a lot of young players getting their first looks. Some guys that we
Everybody
haven't played
coaches
in a while.
everybody. There's nobody who's playing in this. Well, I can't say there's nobody, but most of the guys that play summer box, you're coaching somewhere in the spring. It's hard. Nobody had their real team there until
Right.
June. Everybody
Yep.
kind of gets going in April, May. We want to get some field time in, but June, July is go time. August, go time. That's when it starts getting a little more serious after sectionals and everything's done with the field. So Josh talked about Stamper wrote an article on Inside Lacrosse where I'm going to get a chance to talk to him tomorrow. So I got to go through and read all his stuff. Thanks, Josh, for giving me the heads up. But about sitting Farrell for an extra defender. Stamp is one of these guys who thinks the face-off is way overrated. I kind of disagree with him. I think so. I think if you can win a face-off with 90 seconds left and a one-goal lead, that equals, so much more than two possessions. Dougie can
Right.
make up two possessions. Dougie can make two extra saves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Versus, I mean, because you're literally talking. So if you can get that face off with 90 seconds and kill a shot clock, if you get a reset, that's even better. But if you kill a shot clock, you potentially only have one more possession left for the opposing team. So with a one goal lead, a 2 goal lead, those are huge. And I think that's where the face off guy comes. So as a coach, Paul, what would you think? As a GM, what are you thinking?
We've been on both sides of the scenario now. As far as last year, we had Nate Farrell or Nicky Farrell, an RIT player, still playing. Good luck to RIT this coming weekend. But he got dinged up when it came time to when the games mattered, and when you got stitches in your forehead because of just the animal of the beast in concept of the way the game is played. There's a lot of head knocking, and you got to have a face-off guy. I'm all about wanting to have a face-off, somebody that I know that is going to go up there and
At
bang
least
bang, it's
not
our
lose
ball.
it. At least not lose it cleanly.
At least not lose a draw. Put it. If you get out scrummed, out muscled,
I tell you,
your wing play.
San Diego was putting one guy behind Baptiste on their defensive side, and everybody else was down on the Firewolf side.
Yep.
They really just it was a very interesting and I know a lot of guys don't like the long face off. So this is where I kind of get into it because with grappling too, that head position and stuff is a little bit more important. I think if you clamp it and don't start moving it, I do like the Can-Am rule though, where if you just clamp it and you're holding it there, you're not trying to work it back, they blow the whistle, give the ball to the other team.
Yeah,
I think that
and
makes it
that's a good rule.
so much more interesting because yes, you won the clamp, do something with it now, or else you might as well not have won the clamp because you're going to give possession to the other team.
Hey, it all depends on what's going on in the game. Is it a face-off, and you can
20 seconds left, 40
and
seconds
I
left.
can take 15, 20 seconds off the clock, They're playing chess like that. That's a chess move. They know if they can pop it
I'm
out
up
or
by
not.
a goal. I'm down by a goal. Yeah, I get what you're
Exactly.
saying. No,
Yeah.
that makes
You
sense.
know,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
but you smell what I'm cooking. But as far as I like to have a face-off guy. As far as right now, we're working it by committee, and we're waiting to see what comes out of the college playoffs. We got a couple college kids that have now made their debut at practices, and we're excited.
That's awesome. So
Yes.
Josh actually said he's a firm face-off guy, but one thing I did want to point off is how did Buffalo do before they had Farrell?
Well,
What?
as
How
far
was
as
Buffalo doing? I mean, yeah, we
they
could
didn't
say
have
Matt
Farrell.
Vince
Yeah,
was
well, I
out,
was going to say
but
that
when
they didn't have
even
Farrell and they didn't have Vince, but
but
I
even
think,
when Vince came back 2 games. They added a
yeah,
face-off guy. Farrell went out and played. And I tell you, I think you're crazy if you sit him. I mean, I'm not going to say crazy if you sit him, but if you give him up because you saw San Diego cut him, and now you look how he's doing with Buffalo. Teach the kid to play box. He's an
well,
athlete. He's a stud. He's playing in the PLL. The guy is an athlete. It's not
uh,
like you're taking a
exactly.
bum and trying to convert him into it. Take
Well,
him,
take a look.
spend
Take
the
a look
time.
what Albany
Well,
has.
look at
Take
what
a look at what
Baptiste.
Albany has.
Yeah,
They
but
have
look
a
at what
guy.
Baptiste has done this year compared to. So he was. I'll say it, and it'll probably piss some people off, but he was a detriment to his team. To now, he's playing pretty solid. He made some nice defensive plays. Not only is he not a detriment, they were putting him out there on penalty kills.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's really progressed that far. So you take Farrell. Farrell's bigger than Baptiste is. Baptiste is really big, but he's only like 5'6". I don't know how tall he is. I shouldn't really say anything. He's probably taller than me. But out there amongst the monsters that play in the NLL, he's way taller than I am. Or I'm sorry, they're way taller than he is. He is he's not a big guy. I don't know if that helps him with the faceoffs or what. Nardella though, the way Nardella has been playing defense, I think yeah, I don't know. He has stepped up huge. What he has I'm not even going to say lost because I don't think it's that he's lost it. I think some of these face-off guys have just really stepped up, like Toronto's TD Erlin. Man, that kid's fun. That's another guy. He's been doing great, but I don't know. I think you need a face-off guy. I'm in the camp. You need a face-off guy. I will actually. I will burn a defender's spot. Yeah, I would. But
I would.
I also I'm not. Nobody's really paying me to make that choice.
Well, that's where the youth comes in, and you gotta hope that as far as well, I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think Buffalo's defense. They're getting old. They are, but no, you got to have a face-off guy. Get back there and play D. If you're losing, get
Yeah,
back and play D.
Belter was playing. He played pretty good in the last series.
Yep.
He definitely wasn't a detriment to the team. He's a young guy, super athlete. He had some ankle problems at the beginning of the year after President's Cup with Tuscarora, but he really stepped up and was great. Plus, they've got Justin Martin. They've got so many. I mean, Steve Priolo's a freak of nature. He's one of those guys that he doesn't seem to get hurt either. Like he is just an absolute stud out there. And how long has he been playing? And then he just got traded in the summer league. I see.
Yeah.
I have to pay more attention to that. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they go with and who's sitting.
That's the chess match. That's the fun part for the coaches. Who's going to be the GOAT?
I think honestly though, Clarkey has to win GM of the year. I think if he doesn't, it's rigged. You're all.
I think
It's
he's
a
got
joke.
to. He went from last place to first place or to the championship. You got to be the number one. He's got to be.
So if he met Connor Farrell last season, and he said he made him look small. Josh is way taller than I am. Josh is like a real size adult male
Yeah.
too. So yeah, that's impressive.
Well, we'll definitely make sure we scooch in right next to him. Are you allowed to pound on the glass? Yeah. Okay.
Only if you're not if you're a Bandits fan. Actually, there's no Bandits fans allowed. There's no
You know,
orange. Josh is gonna have you
I'm
guys
in
all
Utica,
boxed
baby.
out.
You
Josh
want
has
to know
got some buddies down there with him.
that's where this Italian expression came from. As far as Yeah, I got Albany, I got Buffalo. Albany and Buffalo. That's why I got
You're in the
those.
middle. You're cheering for
I'm
both.
right in the middle.
I
I'm cheering.
honestly though I say the same thing. Like if Buffalo makes a great play, I'm just gonna be like I'm like wow. I'm always like that was nice. Yeah, come on guys, get it together. But when it's
Yeah.
a really nice goal or something silly, I'm like oh my goodness. Like to watch Josh Byrne jump like 30 feet across
Oh,
the
that's
front and score. That's just
well.
special. It is as an Albany fan, you obviously don't want to see that, but that is just special.
I'm excited to be where we're going to be because I know I was there and watched the game there in the party zone and against Halifax. I got some great pictures of Jammer during warm-ups and everything, and I'm excited, very excited to get down to Albany and cheer on both teams because I'm a lacrosse fan and I love what those guys are doing on the field. You know, props to both of them, both teams. Props to both teams. It's going to be a great series, and you know, I I'm expecting it to go three.
I'm expected to go 3, so I'm going to say uh, a 50-50 split with Albany Buffalo fans. I think Buffalo is going to travel good. I'm also going to say it's going to go 3. I'm thinking we're going to win in 3. I'd love to say we'd win out in Buffalo, but I also kind of don't want them to because I don't think I can be there because I got to be in Tonawanda on Sunday, so it's too far to drive, come home, and go back. So unless I wanted to get a hotel, so I really would like Albany to maybe lose it a nail biter, I guess, tire them out. But then if they still, I'd still be ecstatic if they won out there. I really would. I'd just be mad at myself for not getting a hotel. And then, but when you look at it, I think the speed, the youth, that's what it's going to come down to. Does the youth outlast them, or does the youth get schooled by the old man? Beware of a old man in the young man's game. They always say that, and Buffalo's got a lot of them.
Yeah, you know, as far as Albany, just watching them all year long. You know, they lost their composure. Everybody wanted to figure out how, now I'm the man and everybody's watching me. And all of a sudden they hit a brick wall. They halfway through the season, they hit that brick wall. And Coach Clark did a great job regrouping the guy. Yes, telling him play ball. Just go out there and play ball, do what you guys do. And all of a sudden things started clicking. Dougie made Dougie saves once he came back from that what is it, hip or leg or abdomen, something like that. And since then, he looks physically great this year.
This
Uh,
is yeah. See, so Adam Bomberry physically unable to perform. That's a big loss on the defense. Frank Brown, he's been out for a little while. Zach Belter, though, he's been playing. That's a big loss.
yeah,
He's a big kid, too, 6'5", 225.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a
that,
monster.
that's a monster. Those guys are just beasts, and that's what they compacted in when they are on man down. They compacted in. Dougie or Matty Vince, he holds his pipes, he holds his marks, and those guys soak so many shots. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they got to do. Phew. They're old though, man. I don't know. I think they got a pretty old team. I think Albany's got it in 3. I'd like to see them win it in 2. All right,
I'm
so
uh, go on, go
I
on.
was, I was going to say, but we've been doing this for about an hour. Let's try to
Yeah.
wrap it up. I know I've got a show Wednesday, Can-Am show. Tune in. We'll have Woody Seneca. Bunch of big news coming for Can-Am. Super excited. Huge shout out to Grandma's Approved for hooking that up and getting us going. But Paul, so everybody checks on the Instagram, the Facebook, except for Josh. Somebody like Josh, how does he find the Yeti information?
Well, the best part is we're working on getting everything. I talked to Andy tonight, and the schedule will be getting up on the website. We have a website,
I'll also
uticayeti.com.
I'll also post the website on
Yeah,
or not the website, the schedule on our channel. It'll be
yeah,
posted. So the Utica Yeti have their own channel too. If anybody's watching and doesn't know that we run all their games on, we will put a post on the community section which will have their schedule. So if you want to check the schedule, just give us a couple days. It is final season, man. I've been going through highlights and looking at video like woo, and then I had all those the Can-Am highlights, and I can't wait for Air Blaine this year to get some more highlights and yeah, I'm excited.
there's a good crop of young kids coming through, young men coming through, and they're hungry. There's a lot of hungry Yeti out there. That's what I'm excited about. Very excited about that. The season is right around the corner, less than a month away. So
Absolutely. All right, everybody,
um,
tune in. Thanks for tuning in for this. We got Stamper coming up this week. We'll have the Can-Am show coming up this week. We got all kinds of stuff going on. This is our time of year, baby. I am so excited. We are just starting to watch lacrosse, and it gets better every week for us. All right, Paul Noecker, we will see you Friday night at the MVP Arena. Josh, we'll see you there. Unfortunately,
there.
Owen, unless you're flying twice, it ain't going to happen. We'll wait to meet you.
We will see him at the Worlds. That is an awesome job. I can't wait to meet the dude, and that's when you'll get your jersey, my friend. I'm cheap like that. I'm gonna wait till I meet you to hand it to you because
Hand it to you. Well, maybe
it's too expensive.
Well, the big thing is by then too, it'll be signed by all the Yeti as well.
There you go.
I mean, that's something cool is we'll be able to get it signed.
Maybe national champion Yeti.
Maybe national champion Yeti by then.
Maybe it can, that's what the dream is made of, right?
That's right. All right.
Awesome. Yeti Nation. We'll see you all next week.
Family. Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Fay Farms. Where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family Landscaping. Make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. The Black River Ale House, where the Romans go. Dura Products. Who's got the pipe? Jimmy Fay's got the pipe. Contact Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house? Contact Jimmy Fay. He's got your stuff. The B-Dry System. Your basement's wet? Get a hold of B-Dry. Believe in 271. Nobody fights alone. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, your local representative. George Kaler, Sales and Service. Liberty Affordable Housing. Rome Sign and Display Company. Nice Scoba. The men and women in blue, thank you for what you do. Robert Dix Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix. Tri-City Lacrosse. 40 years of summer fun. Master Vito Hyundai. Contact the sales force. CRM Rental Management. The Clinton Tractor and Implement Company. Contact the Caledona family. Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Fay Farms. Where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family Landscaping. Make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. The Black River Ale House, where the Romans go. Dura Products. Who's got the pipe? Jimmy Fay's got the pipe. Contact Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house?